Yo, what is up, guys? Top Knot Survival coming at you again with another awesome blade review that I'm excited to do for you guys. This is the model 3650 by Kershaw. This is the, if you've seen the title, the Volt 2. Awesome blade, and I definitely suggest looking into it. It is super awesome. But let's get into everything first so you can see if this is going to be a good knife for you or if it's something that you might just pass on and wait for another. This is being proposed of the 8CR13 MOV steel. So basically a little thing on that is 8CR for Kershaw and I know Spyderco. I wish I had the Tenacious here, but you guys all know about that. The Tenacious has 8CR13 MOV, and they really, Kershaw and Spyderco, they heat treat it. The 8CR13 MOV is so good that for an EDC, you're not away from your sharpener, okay? The whole thing is everyday carry. You come home from work, if it needs touch up, you touch it up. Not that you want a knife that's going to go dull on you after cutting a piece of paper, but 8CR13 MOV for the price, and they heat treat it so nicely that it really is an adequate blade steel for the price. This is an R.J. Martin design, and you see so stamped on the blade. It says it. Fill focus. Of course, it's being stubborn. Okay, there we go. R.J. Martin design. You see the patent 8CR13 MOV. 3650, and then China right there, which brings us to the next talking point: Chinese produced. Yes, it is. This is my. It's not. I mean, it's Chinese produced, but my outlook on it is that it doesn't matter where the knife is produced if it's a good blade. Okay. Now, a lot of people automatically think Chinese, it sucks, but if a knife's produced nice, it's really gonna. It doesn't matter where it's produced. Like the Spyderco Tenacious, for example, any of these Kershaws, for example, they're made in China. But if they didn't have that stamp on there, I don't think you'd be able to tell. It's such a nice knife for the quality, for everything that you get for the price is really nice. I'd say for the point of use of this knife is going to be purely EDC. The reason I say that is because it has a good traction plan. It has jimping, kind of, which is, you know, the story on a lot of knives, the kind of jimping, but actually it's sharp. To me, it's actually pretty sharp. Like, I wish I had my Benchmade in here. I never think of these things. I bring some knives, but I never think of the ones that I want. They radius or jimping a lot, and it really doesn't give you that much traction on the jimping. So I don't know why they do that, but, you know, whatever. But this jimping is actually pretty sharp. Although there's not much, it actually does get a good grip. And back to when I was talking about that traction, with that, it has a nice finger choil right there, right where the liner is, and you just get your finger in there. Just so comfortable right there. So, very cool knife. I mean, very cool aesthetics on it and how it feels in your hand. For size, we're looking at, and this brings us into the next thing about, or not the next thing, but the same thing basically, is EDC, for this knife for EDC. The blade is 3.25, which is a pretty good, again, why I'm saying it's EDC and not a tactical blade, because of that size of the blade. And I think anything under 3 or 3 is such a good EDC blade size. This is 3.2, so it's not like it's a huge amount of bigger, but such a good size for EDC. To give you some comparison for size, we got another Kershaw, what is this? Kershaw Burst. I'll give you a side by side. They're literally exactly the same for blade length. I mean, they couldn't be any more closer without actually being exact. Actually, they might, yeah. I mean, it's so much alike. I'll give you they're laying down right here like that. So, really close to the size on that. And then the next being the really nice, oh so sweet. Haven't reviewed this yet. Actually, maybe, no, I haven't. I'm gonna give a review after I get to use it a little bit more. I like to put out a review when I actually know that, you know, I mean, all Kershaws are great, but I just want to use it a little bit more to get more of a feel for it. But again, I mean, these are they're so close. They're almost literally exact, if you can see that when they're so close. So for EDC, the blade length is definitely adequate. Closed, we're looking at 3.9. So again, it's not going to be carrying like a sword in your pocket. It's going to be small, and brings us into carrying in your pocket. The pocket clip, not much is going to stick out, which isn't bad. I mean, there is knives that a lot stick out, which I hate. This is a pretty deep carry, but it's not fully. I would like to see them have it all the way up here, but you know, whatever. A lot of companies don't actually do that. The pocket clip now, there's the Kershaw pocket clip that they do on a lot, actually. Here, right here, they have it on the Oso Sweet. And there's another one they do right here. This is the standard. I like this pocket clip the most. It's standard and it works. This definitely works, but I don't know, you know, just kind of, I mean, it definitely works and it's fine, but you know, I just like this more standard looking one. But the pocket clip is definitely nice, very tight. That's what Kershaw does with their pocket clips. Nice, they're very, very tight, sturdy, and they're not going to bend on you when it's in your pocket. So yeah. And then the overall is just over 7.1. So yeah. Another thing about how it carries in your pocket is we're looking at 3.3 ounces. So it's not going to be too heavy. I think anything over 4, you're getting, if you're carrying more than one blade or a gun, it's getting pretty heavy. But if you're just carrying this one blade, I really don't think it matters the weight, as long as it's not, you know, really heavy. But 3.3 ounces is definitely not that heavy for a blade like this. So that's a good weight. The blade shape is good for EDC. Again, or just the blade in general. It's not too big. I already discussed that, but it's not too big, not too small. It has a nice EDC blade shape. It's not anything complicated like a Tonto. Just a nice, simple blade. So, nice. I like the design on it. It looks pretty cool. Definitely fits with the knife. And you got the flipper right here. That's what I'm standing it on. For speed, it has really fast deployment. By deployment, I mean it comes out fast, and what makes that happen is the speed safe. You can see on the blade right here. It says speed safe right under Kershaw. If it focuses, there we go. So yeah, you got the speed safe, which enables it to come out very, very, very fast. I mean, all of them, all the Kershaw speed safes come out wicked fast. The only thing that comes out super slow is, or not super slow, slower, is this burst. It comes out kind of slower, but not too slow. I like this knife. This is probably my most EDC Kershaw. I mean, I beat this thing. I use this a lot, so that's pretty cool. But so fast deployment and fast assisted opening, which is the speed safe for the Kershaw. For lockup, we are dealing with the liner lock, which is, you know, proven. You know, it's a good EDC lockup. You're not going to be putting this thing through too much heavy use. So this liner is going to do good for you, and it's a strong liner lock, very sturdy. I mean, you can hear it, very strong. Also, no side to side, no up and down. Actually, side to side, I mean a little bit, but see, no side to side. And no up and down, which is the story of all these Kershaw speed safes. And usually a lot of the cheaper assist knives, they always have side to side because it's coming out fast. You know, it has to open fast. So like you know, the TAC Force, all those brands, they have a lot of side to side. But what Kershaw does, especially what everyone says, the price point that they're making it at. I mean, here's another one, no side to side. You know, actually a little bit, but it's so little that you can barely call it side to side. And with that little bit I have on here, I could fix with the just tightening the pivot a little bit. You know, all these Kershaws that I have, these are just a couple I have on hand. This one has no side to side. You know, they do that really good. And if I hate having side to side wobble, if it can't be fixed by the pivot, then I mean, I just hate having that. I love a nice sturdy knife, and you know, who doesn't? So the ergonomics of the Volts. Almost whipped in the Oso Sweet there for a second. Very nice. I've already talked about it a little bit. You got a nice finger choil, very, very comfortable, very natural. You got the jimping that your finger, you know, likes to rest right there. It's really comfortable. The grip is like a plastic injection molded, so it's all pretty comfortable. I definitely like the ergonomics on this knife for sure. The pocket clip is nice and sturdy, and I already talked about the pocket clip on the sturdiness, but this is tip up or tip down. So that's definitely good. I like having that option. It comes tip up, regularly like most of the knives do. But I just flip it right back to tip up because I just like carrying it as I'm pulling it out of my pocket. Boom, I'm right there. So I definitely like tip up, and I love that they added that in for that option. Sorry, lefties though, there is no pocket clip on this side. No tapped pocket clip for this side. So just this side, this side, and tip up or tip down. So that's pretty cool that they do that for both sides. Also, for value, we're looking at $20 to $25 depending on where you get it. Usually around $22 or 20 to 25. Amazon, Blade Play, I think has it for 25. So any of those places, if you research this for a good price, you could probably find it for 22 bucks. For durability, I think this knife will last you. I mean, maybe the speed. I've heard a lot about not a lot, but the speed safe break-in on YouTube. People were like, I broke another Kershaw, the speed safe, and there's the torsion bar breaks. They send it back and get it repaired, so it's not a problem for free of charge. But I really think this knife is extremely durable, and for an EDC use, if you're not abusing your knife, and even if you abuse this, I think it will last you quite a long time, if not, not forever. And I don't like to say that, but I mean, this knife is I've been EDCing it for about 3 months now, hard using it, so I can do this review. Been cutting, the simple EDC tasks, doing the cardboard cutting, paracord cutting, paper cutting, and it's just blown through all that. Very nice with flying colors. So yeah, definitely good for durability. This knife it's pretty cool. Locks up. This is just kind of like doing a summary now. It's a cool knife, fast. It looks good. It carries really nice in the pocket. Everything about it is just a really good blade. For collectability, it's not really, unless you have a Kershaw collection, then yes, it's definitely going to be cool. But also collecting basically based on what you think collecting is, like if you want collection for value, no, it's more collection of, I think collection's more if you enjoy the knife, and I do, so I definitely consider this collectible from my aspect, but to you maybe not so much. So I say it basically depends on you. And so yeah, that basically wraps up the review for this knife. It's definitely a great blade. I definitely suggest you pick it up. It's all held together by torque screws, so you can dismantle it, take it all apart. So yeah, definitely suggest you pick it up. I'm gonna do my next review. It's probably gonna be on the Oso Suite right here. So I definitely suggest you guys pick it up. All right, guys, take it easy. See ya. Comment, rate, and subscribe.